Well, here we are. It's a moment maybe a lot of people didn't think was going to happen this year. I mean, certainly the promenade is an interesting situation, Mr. Harmer, but that's another interview. I want to concentrate, and also having Ian Longworth with us, about the horse trams.
Yes.
You've been getting a bit of flack in Tymble about this, haven't you? I mean, what is the point of running it just as far as Little Switzerland?
Well, I mean, it will Little Switzerland, but then it will carry on. It will actually keep going as the prom progresses. So it will eventually go much more towards the palace and further forward. So this is just the first stage.
Okay, let's do the technical side. You having a great time here because you've got everything's been done up. There's a little bit of sprucing on it, but you've even had diesel on there, you've been doing all sorts of things, you've had your tests. Are you confident it's all okay?
Yes, we're very happy with the rail that we got from Liverpool. We've had a diesel tram over to clean it because it's been standing around for 10 years, and we've done 2 days of trials with the horse tram. So far so good.
Is it going to be a big change? I mean, this new rail, would it be a smoother ride or better ride or anything like that to look forward to?
It should be a smoother ride because it's in better condition. The old rail was worn out, but apart from that, no real change.
Am I right in thinking though that this has got a future proofing that you could eventually have these babies on it? The Manx Electric Railway eventually could go on it.
That was inevitable because the old horse rail, we've got really the only horse tram of this size in the world, and to specially have made horse rail of this profile was just not a starter. Unfortunately, Liverpool, the Merseytram scheme failed, and they had sufficient rail available for us to buy at a quarter of the real price. Whatever happens, we're going to end up with modern tram track, and if you end up with modern tram track, you can run modern trams on them.
Okay, but I think you overpaid for the track rail, according to I think the newspaper had a report saying other people paid less.
I think the fact is that it was a quarter of the price. I think one was a charity, if I recall. So it was a really good deal. Obviously, way back, it's going back 10 years of that. And actually, it's a fraction of actually the install cost. I mean, to actually put it into the prom scheme has cost a number of millions, whereas the track itself was relatively low cost.
I want to do another interview about the whole prom situation, but overall, what is the point of running these when they got the TT on and the chaos it's going to cause?
No, I mean, they run every year, so
and chaos every year.
No, but as the ticketers in the buses have shown, actually the speed is not affected by horse trams at all. Obviously, it's going to have much less effect because it's going through only a short stage. And what we've found is that over time, when the proms finish, because you have consistent widths in the carriageway, you'll get much more sort of consistent speeds through the prom.
But have you screwed all the work on the prom just to get this part done? I mean, like all the men are working down here on it.
No, I think that's a common misunderstanding. We actually gave the contractor the ability. We actually said that if the horse trams don't run, that's part of the contract. That's fine. You have to phase the contract in the right way. They've actually chosen to put it in this section, so that's it's really about how the contract has come. And obviously, because the tracks are there, it's good to now actually see part of that being used.
And how much are they paying for the ride? Who should answer this one? The costs. I mean, they're not paying the full cost as if they're going the whole prom.
No, I think
we're charging £1 a ride for the experience.
But that lasts, 5 minutes?
4.5.
Oh, right.
But the important thing is that people who are here on holiday, where we sell a transport package as the reason to come, Great Rail Journeys, Newmarket Holidays.
You pre-sold those, haven't you?
We've pre-sold those, and we've pre-sold the tram ride, and therefore we're meeting our contractual obligations, and they, between them, bring in something like 16,000 bed nights to the island, so it's important they get a tram ride.
Okay, but it is late, right? You were promising this at the beginning.
Well, I think with all of these things, with projects, there are delays. As I say, there were a lot of unforeseen issues in the prom, a lot of services that were not known about, and obviously every time you hit a new service, you have to make sure that you don't cut anybody off. You have to make sure you have to redesign the new services to continue under them, and all of that takes time. So, yes, you will get issues like that. That's why we've sped up the work in the last few weeks, and we've had to unfortunately have some traffic controls because we're keen to keep the momentum and to keep this going on plan.
Well, finally got this great new sort of temporary area down here. You've been doing a lot of work sprucing up. They look fantastic. I've got to give you props on that one because they've had a good old clean, haven't they?
Certainly, there's a lot of work needed, and we're gradually restoring the 9 horse trams that we need for daily service, 3 enclosed ones, 3 sunshades, 3 toast racks, and the 4 museum cars, which are very historic, rather than just historic, will be done some work on later. We've obviously got the new depot coming behind you to replace the building that was somewhat propped up. So it'll all be good to go for another 100 years.
All these Jacob's Cream Crackers to come forward and be the big sponsor like it was 100 years ago, right?
100 years ago they were a sponsor and it even had their name above the building.
In the 60s it was the crisp people, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah. So with one of those to come forward to sponsor the tramway will be brilliant.
Finally, next year, full service?
It will go as far as Broadway. I'm not sure it's a full service. Is it a full service?
No. Next summer, the current arrangements are it'll go as far as the Villa, and then to the sea terminal the year after.
That'll be £2 a ride, right?
Oh, I think it'll be 3.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's a great moment for people who love this, and it does attract a crowd. That's for sure. There's a certain crowd, isn't there?
It's a very important part of the offer that we have. We have increased significantly railway passengers. In the 10 years I've been here, they've gone up from 286,000 to 518,000. That's a lot of increase. That's people coming to ride on our heritage railways.